everyone, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. So last time, we finished the Jaws of Hacken DLC by killing Hacken Winter's Breath, and learning that Orlais needs to be burned to the ground, because of what they did to the elves. And then we proceeded to go to the Elysian Ball, and we had to play the grand game, realize we can't burn Orlais to the ground yet because we still need them to fight against Corypheus. So we had to keep Empress Selene on the throne. We also engineered reconciliation between her and her former lover, the elven ambassador Briala. So now we're back at Skyhold, as we're getting more loyalty quests before we head on to the deep roads.
So it's true. Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. There is, after all, no shortage of vultures circling the Sunburst throne.
But what do you want?
Is becoming divine something you really want?
When Justinia was alive, I would have laughed at anyone who even suggested that I could be her successor. Things have changed. Still, I don't know. Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
Let's see here. I want to make sure that I get right one here. Okay. Okay, so let's go with this one.
If the Chantry is a sinking ship, I say let her sink.
The Chantry has not been kind to mages. I don't blame you for thinking as you do. You think Thedas hates mages now? If the Chantry falls, don't you think the people will blame magic? Look at all that's happened. Kirkwall's Chantry, the war, the breach. Mages are always involved. Without the Chantry to guide, that hatred will spiral out of control.
Oh, guess what the Chantry preached, though?
It was the Chantry that taught people hate and fear.
If the Chantry led them to this place, it can lead them out of it. The people are sheep, Inquisitor. They need to follow.
Kidding.
But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems.
There we go.
A message from Divine Justinia.
Are you alright?
That's a shock. You're all right reading it.
Thank you for the concern, Inquisitor. But I am. This message was written months, perhaps even years ago, to be delivered to me if she died. I've heard of such contingency plans. A sudden death often leaves loose ends. I'm to go to Valence, a small village on the waking sea. There is something hidden there.
What will you find?
Do you know what you're looking for?
The Divine was a powerful woman who used her position to obtain all sorts of things. Whatever she hid in Valence would very likely benefit the Inquisition and must be kept from falling into the wrong hands. If I'm lucky, she will have instructions for me.
Why Valence?
Why hide things in Valence? What's so special about it?
Justinia was revered mother at the Chantry there for many years before she became the Divine. It is a place that holds great meaning for her.
Well, whatever you need.
I'll help in whatever way I can.
Wonderful. I was hoping you would agree to come with me to Valence. One more thing. If what is hidden in Valence is as valuable as I think, we're not going to be the only ones looking for it. I shall meet you at the Chantry in Valence. Try not to delay.
Alright, this is a key point in softening Liliana. So we need to do this. There we go. None of the party. Okay, so we choose our party, but it doesn't matter. And Blackwell's out. Oh, those tarot cards changed. Huh. Okay, let's bring the Iron Bull. Because why not? The Pomme Vin et Mort.
It's just as I remember it.
You've been here before?
You didn't tell me you'd been here before.
After the Blight ended, I came here to see Justinia. She was just Dorothea then, a revered mother.
That's a peaceful little chantry.
It's peaceful here. You must have good memories of this place.
It was a place of comfort. It is good to see it still untouched by Corypheus.
Liliana, is that you?
Sister Natalie, what are you doing here? I thought you were in Val Rayo.
No, I've been here since Justinia died. This place makes me feel like she's still with us.
Inquisitor, this is Natalie, a trusted friend.
Wait, Inquisitor? You brought the Inquisitor here?
Why not?
My lady, forgive me for not recognizing you earlier.
I'd rather not be recognized, actually.
I wish more people would fail to recognize me.
Oh, I see.
Natalie, listen. There is something hidden here. Something Justinia left for me.
Oh, really? What is it?
I don't know, but we'll find it. I'm curious to see what brought us all here.
Well,
Justinia's
that
letter
little...
came with instructions for me. They were a little cryptic. Always remember that faith sprung from a barren branch, that light has no fear of darkness. Above all, that strength lives in an open heart.
She must be hinting at something in here. Let's look around.
Well,
Do they still sing verses from the benedictions every Friday? That canticle was Justinia's favorite.
Yes, of course. We'd never give up the traditions of our most beloved divine.
That is lovely to hear. I stare
Liliana
up at the
doesn't
bridge
trust
sometimes.
her.
It's
That little look she
terrifying,
gave me?
but beautiful in its way.
It is beautiful.
Have you seen it by sunrise?
Sun rises through it. It splits into what looks like 1,000 suns, like a broken mirror.
Yes. Spectacular, isn't it?
Is this the rose from
You
Lothering?
must be careful, Natalie. Justinia's enemies are making their move, vying for position and the Sunburst throne. I was in the cloister in Lothering when the Blight began. There was a lot of fear back then. No one knew what was going to happen, whether we would live or die. And then one morning, I found a single bloom on a dead rose bush. And I thought, even in the midst of all this, life finds a way.
And then
Maybe
Alistair
has
picked that
abandoned
rose and gave it to Carolina. Above all that, strength lives in an open heart. Yep.
An open heart. Well, that one's quite literal. And morbid. But Justinia always said that compassion was my greatest strength. Doubt
need to-
is easy. It takes courage to trust.
Yeah, you need to work on that, Liliana. Oh, there we go.
What was that? Looks like we opened something.
It's a box. Holy shit,
Sorry
Liliana.
to keep you waiting.
Liliana, stop! What are you doing?
I'm protecting us. They never sing the benedictions here on Fridays, Natalie. Something so simple. And you got it so wrong. I wanted to believe, but you were lying from the start. Keep that pretty mouth shut if you must, dear. You've already told me everything I need to know. The prickleweed burrs on your hem, talking about the sun rising through the breach. It all points to a single place. Morel in the Dales, Grand Cleric Victoire's bastion. She sent you, didn't she?
Damn, she's a good spy
Victoire
master.
was always an opportunist.
Who is this Grand Cleric? I've never heard of her.
An experienced cleric. She never agreed with Justinia, but kept her ideas to herself. I suppose now, with Justinia dead, she thought she could make her move.
What are your plans?
I want to know what this Grand Cleric planned here.
She sent Natalie here to see what Justinia was hiding, no?
The Inquisition has turned Thedas away from the true chantry. It must be stopped.
Stop us? You must be joking.
Mother Victoire is well loved by many. The Inquisition has more enemies than you know.
And Victoire thinks she can ally with them.
You know what? Work for us.
We don't have to be at odds, Natalie. You could come with us, join the Inquisition.
I was called to serve the Grand Cleric. I will not betray her. Kill me then. I am not afraid to die for my beliefs. At least I still know what I believe.
Let her go.
Release her, Liliana. She is no threat.
The Grand Cleric?
She is one woman. We are the Inquisition.
The Inquisitor has spoken. Run. Tell your mistress that she
Whew.
has a choice. The Inquisition is coming.
I think we just softened Liliana.
No! This can't be it. There's nothing here.
It's not nothing.
It's not what you expected. That doesn't mean it's nothing.
There's a message carved in the lid. The left hand should lay down her burden. She's releasing me. The divine has a long reach, but it is always her left hand that stretches out. 1,000 lies, 1,000 deaths. Her commands, but my conscience that bore the consequences.
She said the fade.
She apologized in the Fade. She said she failed you. This is what she meant.
All this time, Justinia carried the fear that she was using me, just like I'd been used in the past. But Marjolaine's games were trifles. Justinia gambled with the fate of nations. She needed me. No one else could have done what I did. She knows that.
Stop torturing yourself.
Then you have to let it go. Let her go. You don't owe her anything anymore.
If it were not for you, I would have killed Natalie and called it a good thing. Thank you for showing me what was right when I couldn't see it for myself. There are things that must be said, but not here. I will see you back at Skyhold.
I think we did it, guys. I think we softened Liliana. I think we brought pre-blight Liliana back. All right. Let's check on Liliana. Come on. Let me
Grand
talk
Cleric
to her.
Victoire has offered the ambassador support for the Inquisition.
Ah, Natalie is as persuasive as ever.
I'm told that Ambassador Montillier is pleased with the restraint you showed in Valence.
She's positively beside herself. I will never hear the end of it. Niceness before knives, Liliana. Haven't I always told you?
Will that be all, my lady?
For now.
How are you?
How have you been feeling since Valence?
Good. Wonderful. Valence was something of a rebirth for me. If you hadn't been with me at Valence, I would have killed Natalie. I'd have told you that I didn't have a choice. But there is always a choice. I am more than this. I am more than what Justinia made me.
Are you angry with Justinia?
Do you resent Justinia for what she did?
How can I when there is so much between us? When she gave her life for peace? No, I believe her intentions were pure. Most intentions are.
Are you quitting?
What does this mean for my Inquisition? Will you still be my spy master?
Of course. I would not give up my post. Not after everything we've built. I just know now that I shouldn't ignore my heart. Mercy is not always a weakness.
Justinia did well in the end.
You've exceeded her. She could never have imagined the power you now hold.
And now I will know how to use that power wisely. I have to stay true to who I really am, before a spy master, left hand or bard. I almost lost myself.
Yay, we brought her back. We brought Liliana back. Makes me happy. Alright, we need to go here and talk with Morgan. But before we do that, we're going to save. Okay. Who's the kid?
You're the Inquisitor.
He's got a Warden Griffin on his chest.
Mother never told me the Inquisitor was a mage.
You can sense that.
If you can sense magic, don't ever become a Templar.
I can't. The lyrium gives me terrible nightmares.
Kieran, are you bothering the Inquisitor?
Of course not. Did you see what's on her hand, Mother?
I did see. 'Tis time to return to your studies, little man. my son. Never where you expect him to be, naturally.
He's your son?
I didn't know you had a son.
Why would you? I take great pains to not let my own reputation affect him in any way. To most in the Imperial Court, he's simply a quiet and well-spoken lad. Perhaps the heir of some distant family. But he goes where I go. Worry not, Inquisitor. Kieran is a curious boy, but seldom troublesome.
Where is his father?
Will his father be joining us as well?
I have raised Kieran on my own for quite some time now, as was my preference from the start. So 'tis but the two of us, Inquisitor. Your fortress is a large place, and you will scarce notice our presence.
You must be proud.
He seems like a fine young man.
But not the sort one might expect a woman like me to raise. No son of mine would be raised in a marsh, bereft of contact with the outside world. His future will be difficult enough without my adding to his burden. To think, until recently this place stood decrepit, occupied only by the desperate and the lost.
Yeah, well,
now
that
it is
fit.
party to events that threaten to shake the world. I wonder if it is pleased.
You know about Skyhold?
It sounds like you've heard of Skyhold before.
This fortress was built upon the remains of a site holy to the ancient elves. They called it Tarar Salan, the place where the sky is kept. It is said that from here, they reached up to the heavens to bring them down to rest. They abandoned it, as did the humans who came after them. Bones laid upon bones, silent until your arrival.
Well, we were lucky to find it.
We were lucky to have found it when we did.
Fate is often mistaken for luck, as Mother is fond of saying. The magic in this place has seeped into the stones, protecting it from darkness. Those who let it fall to ruin did not know what they possessed. You, I think, shall do it justice. You were kind to welcome my aid, Inquisitor, even knowing as little of me as you do. I will do my best to aid your cause with all the knowledge at my disposal. This I swear to you.
Well, thank you.
I appreciate whatever help you can give us.
Some might think Corypheus a madman for seeking godhood. Yet one must ask, what were the old gods? What secrets of theirs did the ancient magisters know? What I fear, what all should fear, is not that Corypheus believes he can succeed. 'Tis that he actually may.
That's frightening. But yeah, as far as I know, the old gods are basically dragons. At least the defender ones. Okay, is there anyone else we need to talk to? What the hell is this?
Oh, Bells, it's you. Morris. Sir Morris, I suppose. I am serving as quartermaster for Skyhold and its arriving throngs. Stores are growing, and so long as we have fair coin to restock, you and yours will be well served.
There are problems coming out of Halam Shiral.
There are always problems from Halam Shiral. We've lost a few contracts, but more than made up for it. Although, if a few commendations were given, it might retie some severed threads. I couldn't suggest how. That is better decided at your war table, and I'm not going near that thing.
Alright. Are we all supplied?
How's it going? Do we have what we need?
With Skyhold shining like a beacon? You name it, it's here or on the way. I've wrung out the slackers, given them what for. I think I like this job.
Alright, well,
As you were.
take care.
We are here for you, Inquisitor.
A deal for weapons plans. Okay. So that's what that was. I think we've talked with everyone except for Josephine. I forget what that one was. So let's go ahead and talk to Josie. Excuse me. Actually, first, let's go to the Undercroft and sell some of our shit. Okay, so we do have formal attire. Good to know. So I can get rid of him. Because we're sitting pretty heavy. Don't need the Warhammer, don't need that, don't need that. No. I rarely use helmets anyway, so who cares? Alright. Alright. Let's go ahead and talk with Josie. We'll head to the war table, do some operations there, and then we'll head to Mornay's execution for
How
revelations.
to be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Alam Shiral was Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port. But until the Duchess was unmasked, I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
At least they weren't bored.
No one can say the evening wasn't memorable.
They've already begun composing songs about it in Val Royale, no doubt. The game's become increasingly insular in the past few years. Corypheus skillfully took advantage. It's disturbing. So few people in the Orlesian court were aware of the Duchess's machinations.
Selene knew.
The Empress realized she was in danger.
She's always in danger. Those loyal to her should have practiced more vigilance. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
What was a viper's nest?
Insular cliques, snide half-truths, everyone sizing up everyone else. It reminded me of home.
I completely understand the feeling, Inquisitor. Let's hope the next ball either of our families holds is quieter than this one.
Oh, that's right, I'm a
Shall we?
noble family. House Trevelyan. Summon the Volcans.
It's time to plan our next attack. What's the state of the Inquisition?
Our alliance with Orlais holds, for the present. They'll send aid on request.
And your actions at Adamant denied Corypheus his army of pet demons. With Orlais' support, our numbers match his. Corypheus' followers must be panicking.
My agents agree. Our victories have shaken his disciples.
Well, let's hope for deserters.
Perhaps they'll rethink following the Darkspawn Magister from the dawn of time. Where is Corypheus now?
After you dealt with the Duchess, Corypheus uprooted his major strongholds. He's moving south to the Arbor Wilds. His army clearly wasn't prepared to flee. Our victories have them on the defensive.
Well, they'll be hard to miss.
Good of Corypheus to make it easy to find him. If he's hiding in the Arbor Wilds, that's where we finish him.
But what is Corypheus doing in such a remote area?
His people have been ransacking elven ruins since Haven. We believe he seeks more. What he hopes to find, however, continues to elude us.
which should surprise no one.
Hello.
Fortunately, I can assist.
Sure.
You have my attention, Lady Morrigan.
What Corypheus seeks in those Forgotten Woods is as ancient as it is dangerous.
Which is?
'Tis best if I show you.
Uh-oh. I didn't want to immediately go to the next quest.
This is an Illuvian, an elven artifact from a time long before their empire was lost to human greed. I restored this one at great cost, but another lies within the Arbor Wilds. That is what Corypheus seeks.
How'd you do it?
You can restore an artifact like this.
There was a price, but one I gladly paid. I found legends of an elven temple within the Arbor Wilds, untouched. It proved too dangerous to approach, and thus I turned elsewhere to find my prize. If Corypheus has turned southward, he could succeed where I failed. The Illuvian would be his.
What does it do?
A more appropriate question would be, where does it lead?
It's Stargate! So, good thing I saved after the left hand of the divine.
If this place once had a name, it has long been lost.
So is this
I
like
call
a
it
gate
the
hub?
Crossroads, a place where all Illuvians join, wherever they might be.
This could be useful.
A useful trick.
For one who knows the way, certainly. The ancient elves left no roads, only ruins hidden in far-flung corners. This is how they traveled between them. As you can see, most of the mirrors are dark, broken, corrupted, or unusable. As for the rest, a few can be opened from this side, but only a few.
How did you find
find out about this place?
My travels have led me to many strange destinations, Inquisitor. Once, they led me here. It offered sanctuary.
Sanctuary?
Not all the mirrors lead back to our world. The ancients were nothing if not resourceful.
What does that mean?
If they don't lead back to our world, then...
Places between, like this one. I can describe it no better. For a time, I had a safe place to raise my son. But only for a time. One cannot remain in between forever.
What do you mean by open from
What
this
do you
side?
mean, a few can be opened from this side?
Some of the Illuvians have been left unlocked, like doors accidentally left ajar. All others are closed. They can be opened only from beyond.
Opened how?
With a key.
You have a key?
I suppose you have such a key.
The key can be many things. Each Illuvian is different. I have knowledge as well as power. Often that is enough.
And Corypheus wants us.
Corypheus wants to come here.
This is not the Fade, but it is very close. Someone with enough power could tear down the ancient barriers.
And enter the Fade in the flesh, like Corypheus wanted to do with the Anchor.
He learned of the Alluvian in the Arbor Wilds as I did. He marshals the last of his forces to reach it. You have made Corypheus desperate, Inquisitor. We must work together to stop him, and soon.
Hopefully this is the one we came through. And I wonder, Meryl completed her Alluvian in Dragon Age 2. So is that one active? And where would that one be? Is that still in her little hovel in the Kirkwall alienage? Because you didn't bring that into the Hawk Estate. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and save. Because apparently you can't trust doors in this game. Oh yeah, it's a little chapel. Did I talk to Varric?
Something you wanted to talk about?
Nope.
Carry on.
Alright, let's look over here. We've got aiding Kirkwall. Delicate negotiations. Inquisitor, here's the thing. I don't even own a mask, thus when a Legion
Any
Empress
clues
invites
to
me
his
to
next
engage
Some,
peace talks,
but
I
not
get
enough
nervous.
for us to go on just yet.
I don't know what Legions mean when they say that, but I hear it involves poison and dancing. Perhaps both at the same time. I'm told you know Empress Celine and she owes you for that whole saved your life business. Considering you also helped save mine, perhaps the Inquisition could help make these talks happen. King Alistair Theron. 13 fucking hours! Holy balls! But what will that give us? Apparently the base time is actually 9 hours and 12 minutes. Or 19 hours and 12 minutes, so we knocked down a lot. Okay, so we get a sword. Let's see, aiding Kirkwall. Tumult of the Mage Rebellion has been quelled, however the city where it all began, Kirkwall still suffers from consequences of the fanatic Anders' actions. Kirkwall was once my home. It was the home of Grand Cleric Elithina, who was a mother to me and so many others. I will not watch it languish. Starkhaven will soon embark on a mission of aid. We'll send troops and workers to assist in rebuilding the Restoration City. Humbly entreat the Inquisition for help in this matter. Sebastian Vale. Strike what about this one? Aiding Kirkwall. I'd like to aid Kirkwall. That'd definitely help Varric out. Okay. Well, we'll do with Colin.
All right.
Let's see here. Then we got House Almaldaris. Dorian has completed his research. And what does this get me? Master Spirit Rune. Okay, so it doesn't matter who we pick. Let's come back to that one. Aid those impacted by the Civil War. We'll let Cullen do that later. Capitalize on alliance with the Fairbanks. Okay. Liliana's still being ruthless. Great. Just
Let us
Josie on
begin.
that one. It's the Dowager. Okay, we'll have to do that later. Investigate Elven Ruins. We need to do that. Negotiate a deal for weapons plans. Amass those across the sea. Gift from the Imperial Palace. Okay. need Josie for that. Oh. Yeah, what's this one? Truth or Dare, the end game. I'll have Josie do that one, I suppose. We'll let Liliana hold off for now. Oh, Morgan's now part of the war table. Awesome. Alright, we need to go to Valrayo to witness the execution. Let's bring Dorian, Eric, and Bull. My usual party. It's raining in Valrayo. That's interesting. Alright, well, let's go.
Cyril Mornay, for your crimes against the Empire of Orlais. For the murders of General Vincent Callier, Lady Laurette Callier, their 4 children, and their retainers.
Jesus.
You are sentenced to be hanged from the neck until dead. Do you have anything to say in your defense? Very well.
Oh, this is grim.
Yeah. Yes.
Proceed.
Stop!
Blackwall?
A Grey Warden.
Hey, Sin.
This man is innocent of the crimes laid before him. Orders were given, and he followed them like any good soldier. He should not die for that mistake.
Then find me the man who gave the order.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Blackwall!
No, I am not Blackwall. I never was Blackwall. Warden Blackwall is dead, and has been for years.
Then who are
I
you?
assumed his name to hide like a coward from who I really am.
You, after all this time.
It's over. I'm done hiding. I gave the order. The crime is mine. I am Tom Rainier.
Well, shit. All right.
Then you've received word. word.
No mistaking an order from the Empress.
Then we are at your disposal, should it be necessary.
I'll make sure it's known. There are holdouts, but the Inquisition is welcome.
He'll hydrate. So, we gotta talk to Tom Rainier. Oh, this is interesting.
I don't have a concern about this, Corypheus or what have you. The right hand will be divine.
If I can help it.
Good morning. Salvayon.
Those who had been cast down, the demons who would
Good
be
day.
gods, began to whisper to men.
All right,
from
well.
their tombs within the
The prison is in the market. Okay. Yeah, if you missed it, then we were able to soften Liliana. So hopefully she'll be the divine. All right. How you doing?
I didn't take Blackwall's life. I traded his death. He wanted me for the Wardens, but there was an ambush. Darkspawn. He was killed. I took his name to stop the world from losing a good man. But a good man, the man he was, wouldn't have let another die in his place.
Fair enough.
Was the bailiff telling the truth? Did you really do those things?
Yes, I did. It's all true. It's time we all took a good look at who I really am. Don't you understand? I gave the order to kill Lord Callier, his entourage, and I lied to my men about what they were doing. When it came to light, I ran. Those men, my men, paid for my treason while I was pretending to be a better man. This is what I am. A murderer, a traitor, a monster.
More than that.
I know you're more than what you say. Have some faith in yourself.
Okay.
Yes.
Who's Monray?
The man on the gallows, Mornay. Who was he?
My second in command. He was a good man. When I heard he'd been caught, I was resolved to stop his execution. Couldn't let another die for my mistake.
Who's Tom Rainier?
Who were you before this mess?
I was a captain in the Orlesian army. Well regarded, respected. But it wasn't enough. One mistake. One mistake and everything I worked for fell apart.
Who is the real Black?
I need to know about Blackwall. The real Blackwall.
We met in a tavern when I was on the run. I was nothing. A waste of life. But he wanted to recruit me. We headed to Valchavan for the joining. But Blackwall insisted on making a stop along the way. An old ruin from one of the previous blights. He said it led to the deep roads. I was to go down alone, find a darkspawn, and fill a vial with its blood. When I returned, I found the warden ambushed by more of the creatures. He took a blow for me. He shouldn't have died. It should have been me.
Maybe, but he didn't think so.
Not saying I disagree, but Blackwall clearly thought you were worth saving.
No one should have died for me. He would have wanted me to carry on to Val Chavan, I'm certain. But without Blackwall, there was no proof that I'd been recruited. That I didn't kill him. I couldn't go to the Wardens. But I couldn't just walk away. So, Rainier died. And Blackwall lived.
So, what exactly did you do?
I need to know the details of what you did. Who you killed, why.
I betrayed the Empire and assassinated a general, all for gold. The man was General Vincent Callier. My employer was a Chevalier, Robert Chapuis. Sir Robert believed that Grand Duke Gaspard was the rightful ruler of Orlais and would eventually take the throne. He thought that by eliminating one of Celine's loyal supporters, he might endear himself to the true Emperor. I can't say if Robert's plan would have worked. I didn't care. There was good coin offered, and I took it. By the time Sir Robert's involvement was uncovered, I was long gone. Of course, the Grand Duke disavowed any knowledge of the act and publicly condemned it. Robert killed himself. Poison in his wine. Another victim of the great game.
What did you tell your men?
You got your men to help you. What did you tell them?
They didn't know who they were attacking. I told them it was an important mission. They trusted me without question. Just as your men trust you.
Army Sneak Command.
Our men follow me because they believe our cause is righteous.
They believe it because that's what you tell them.
Murdered Callier's.
My reports say that Callier was with his family. You had them all slaughtered.
I didn't know Callier would be traveling with his family. I assumed only soldiers, armed guards. My men have been told to eliminate everyone. They'd seen war. They thought they were defending their country. No one likes to think about that. But it's names that carry power in this world. Bloodlines. Heirs. No matter how leaders like Celine or Gaspard pretend the game is played, that's how real war is waged.
Shouldn't be that way.
That shouldn't be how wars are fought. There's no need.
War is unfair, and the sky is blue. But you're right. There was no need for what I did.
Want to know something else?
There's another thing I'm still wondering.
Yes.
Okay, well.
That's all for now.
Alright, Cullen. After I loot this. Amulet of Power. Who's that Amulet of Power for, I wonder? I thought so.
I have Liliana's report on Tom Rainier.
Give me the overview.
Looks like our friend was once a respected captain in the Imperial Orlesian army. Before the Civil War, he was turned, persuaded to assassinate one of Celine's biggest supporters.
That checks.
He led a group of fiercely loyal men on this mission, and told them nothing of it. His men took the fall for him. A few lucky ones, like Mornay, managed to escape.
Thank you.
This is helpful, or at least educational.
Don't blame yourself. We all made this mistake. What do we do now? Rainier has accepted his fate, but you don't have to. We have resources. If he's released to us, you may pass judgment on him yourself.
What would you do?
If it were up to you, what would happen?
What he did to the men under his command was unacceptable. He betrayed their trust, betrayed ours. I despise him for it. And yet he fought as a warden, joined the Inquisition, gave his blood for our cause. And the moment he shakes off his past, he turns around and owns up to it. Why?
You're impressed.
Some part of you is impressed by what he did, isn't it?
Saving Mornay the way he did took courage, I'll give him that. But I can't tell you what to do.
Get him out.
Have Rainier released to us.
We must move quickly. We can explore our options back at Skyhold.
All right. Let's go ahead and save, just in case I fuck it up. All right, so we're gonna have to call in some favors to get Blackwall or Rainier transferred to us so I can judge him. What he did is despicable and probably should be hanged for it. But what he's done since then, he's turned his life around. I think he's well on his way to redeeming himself.
It's still very dangerous to send wagons all the way to Skyrim.
Okay, well, fuck it. But we'll have to get the war table thing for it. All right. Okay. Rainier's release. Liana informs me that your contacts in the underworld could aid in having Rainier released from prison. It's through conveniently mask the Inquisition's involvement.
Let's see what we have.
Let's get our man, and while we wait, let's go and investigate these elven ruins. Okay. So we gotta go back to... whatever. Guess the Exalted Plains. To meet with the leader of the Dalish. Alright, Alright, Keeper.
If I may share something else with you, there's strange glyphs inscribed in the stones of this place, revealed only with balefire, although they are elven in origin. I cannot make out their purpose. Perhaps they will mean something to you.
Okay.
May your gods watch over you, friend.
Okay, we did that. Well, let's see here. Liliana's ready, so we'll head back to Skyhold. Oh, bring me the heart of Snow White. Okay. We'll come back to that. Then apparently there's a bug in the Sit in Judgment. So we'll have to save before we sit on the throne.
She's one I would offer no mercy. We nearly lost the cream about her.
Alright. Back to the war table. And it was brought to Skyhold Gates under cover of darkness. Best not to ask how. Fair enough, Liliana. Fair enough. Okay, there we go. Art. Figure that later. Let's have... No, let's do Liliana.
Let's see what we have.
Okay. Judge Rainier at Skyhold. All right. Save.
For judgment this day, Inquisitor, I must present Captain Tom Rainier, formerly known to us as Warden Blackwall. His crimes... well, you are aware of his crimes. The
Yes, I
decision
am.
of what to do with him is yours.
Hate to see you like this.
I didn't think this would be easy, but it's harder than I thought.
Another thing to regret. Using your ties to the underworld to free me. You're a criminal, same as me. The world will learn how you've used your influence. They'll know the Inquisition is corrupt.
I had no choice.
I wish there'd been another way, but my options were limited.
You could have left me there. I accepted my punishment. I was ready for all this to end.
It's not your
Why
time
would you
yet,
stop
though.
it? What becomes of me now?
Want to either do this or this. I actually kind of want to do this.
You have your freedom.
It cannot be as simple as that.
It isn't. You're free to atone as the man you are, not the traitor you thought you were, or the warden you pretended to be.
The man I am. I barely know him. But I have a lot to make up for. If my future is mine, then I pledge it to the Inquisition. My sword is yours. If I'd said anything less, would an arrow from the rookery have snuffed me like a candle?
Take your post, Tom Rainier.
All right, well, let's go see what he has to say. Consequences of Blackwell's lie operation. Okay, well, I'll have to do that. All right, Rainier.
Inquisitor?
What do I call you now?
How shall I refer to you? Rainier or Blackwall?
I've gotten used to Blackwall. Perhaps we could treat it as less of a name and more of a title. Almost like Inquisitor. Reminds me of what I ought to be.
Noble sentiment.
Everyone needs something to aspire to.
Exactly. I'm glad you understand.
Is there anything you actually know about the Wardens? Or did you make it all up?
I made very little up. I also feared you knew enough to contradict me. Warden Blackwall told me a bit before my initiation, but it is a secretive order. Not even the most senior wardens know all there is to know.
So you've never heard the calling.
Now we know why you were never worried about Corypheus's calling.
Yes. I have none of the warden's abilities and none of the drawbacks. Still, I would have fought through the darkest pits of the deep roads like any true warden. There's more to it than being able to sense darkspawn. Warden Blackwall would have agreed.
You helped Adamant's wardens.
The Wardens at Adamant listened to you. They saw you as one of their own.
Perhaps it takes an outsider to show how much of yourself you've lost. I never understood the reality of being a warden. I only saw the ideal. I suppose I reminded them of something they'd forgotten.
You idolize them.
You have a lot of respect for the Wardens.
They take all men, from the most noble to the most despicable, and make them equals. I needed to believe something like that was possible.
Why were you
Why
recruited?
did Blackwall want to recruit you?
He never told me. I don't know what he saw that day besides some wreck starting a bar fight. That night, I taught some village militia a painful lesson about harassing the tavern girl. Didn't know I had an audience.
He saw how you fight.
It's obvious he recruited you for your skill in battle.
Was probably just curious how some filthy vagrant could cut down so many militiamen. I didn't ask. I suppose we'll never know.
We'll continue this another time.
Alright, well, there's an exclamation point in the tavern, so let's go there. God damn it. Exclamation point with our dear bard, Madron.
Grey Warden, what have you done? The oath you have taken is all but broken. All is undone. Demons have come to destroy this peace we have had for so long.
Of course.
Ally or foe, maker only knows. Ally or foe, the maker only knows. The stronghold lives on and the army's reborn. Compelled to forge
Can I talk with you?
what will we become? Can you be forgiven when the cold grave has come? Or will you have won, or will battle rage on? Oh, Grey Warden, what have you done?
No, they don't.
The oath
just what
you
I
have
Alright, well.
taken is
I can't advance that quest line. Is that a Dwarven warden? There it is. Huh. Yep. Alright, let's go ahead and head to the plains so we can take out the Snowy Wyvern Heart. Look at Blackwell's card. That's cool.
Inquisitor!
What's up? what's to the fire? Alright, so we gotta look for a white wyvern. There it is. And it's dead. Snowy Wyvern hurt. Alright, back to Skyhold, everybody. Good job. We'll give the heart to Vivian, and then we'll head to the deep roads for the descent.
Inquisitor?
What's up?
If you require any assistance.
Nope, don't need it.
What can I do for you, my dear? Is it too much to hope that you've brought me the heart of the Snowy Wyvern?
Got the heart, now talk.
If you want the Wyvern's heart, you'll have to tell me what you're using it for. I can do better, darling. Give me the heart, and I'll show you what it's for. Will that suffice?
Very well.
All right. One heart, as requested. How kind of you. Please accept this as your payment. I must begin work immediately. I should apologize. I must admit that I'd completely misjudged you, Inquisitor.
Oh, really?
Would like you to come with me to see this through.
Okay. Yeah. Why am I not surprised to see Vivian disapproves?
This should only take a moment, Inquisitor. I'm here, my darling.
So that must be Bastion.
Vivian,
Yes, darling.
it's going to be all right, my love.
My darling? Bastien? Vivian, I'm sorry. There's nothing here now.
So, what was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to cure him or kill him? Because it ended up killing him. Alright, gotta talk to Viv.
Your worship.
Bastien is dead. I can hardly believe. It was the Winter's End Ball. My first visit to the Imperial Palace. The Circle sent a dozen of us to entertain the nobility. I was in awe of everyone and everything, and then our eyes met. Bastien spent the entire ball at my side. The Dowager tried to have him killed for slighting her, but he didn't care.
Were you also charmed?
Obviously he was smitten. But what did you think of him?
He was a dashing rogue, and any defects he might have had were made up for with rank and importance. It was a more innocent time, I suppose. And now he's gone, and I must write to his son Laurent. And his sister will make a terrible fuss if she isn't informed first. And I'll need to arrange for the chantry services. Maker only knows how long that will take.
I guess it'll be nice.
If I can help you, just say the word.
No, my dear. I'll handle everything. Excuse me, I have so much to do.
Enchanter's Seat? Is that like a throne? Oh well. Okay. Well, that was the thing. Well, let's go ahead and do the Descent DLC. Disaster in the Deep Roads. Inquisition has received an urgent request for aid from Orzammar. Subterranean earthquake has collapsed one of their Lyrium mines and endangered several others. Even worse, tunnel seals preventing Darkspawn from overrunning the Dwarven-occupied Deep Roads have crumbled, allowing hordes of the enemy to invade. Orzammar is a key supplier, or provider of the Inquisition's Lyrium supplies, and as such, its security is a top priority. The earthquake opened a fissure in the Storm Coast Mountains, granting direct access from the surface to the threatened region underground. Constructing a mining lift at the fissure site will permit Inquisition to transport forces directly to where the Darkspawn fighting is the fiercest. Let's do Josie, because I trust Dwarven architecture in the Deep Roads more than I trust a human. Skip on armor and bring the best weapons. The Skyhell's arsenal. Packing plan, dry rations. Scout harding. Venture forth! Dorian. Varric. Vivian's new card is interesting. everyone but Cassandra has a new card. And Solus. In hindsight, I probably should have brought Blackwell, but I find it hard to separate Dorian and Iron Bull.
Inquisitor, the workers are almost done building a lift to the deep roads. No darkspawn trouble yet, but the earthquakes have been brutal.
I was told to meet a Shaper Volta.
She's waiting below. You won't see an Orzammar dwarf on the surface. They have rules about that.
How many quakes have there been since you arrived?
At least 3 big rumblers. And the aftershocks are nothing to sneeze at. My feet miss solid ground.
How are lyrium mines?
Josephine's report mentioned several lyrium mines were damaged by the quakes.
You'll see what's left of this one on your way down. From what I hear, the other mines are barely holding together.
No darkspawn on the surface?
So you haven't seen any darkspawn up here?
I sharpened my arrows just in case, but they never showed. I'm okay with that.
Not a fan of Orzammar?
From your tone, I'd guess Orzammar isn't your favorite place.
I don't have an opinion. Cloud gazers like me aren't allowed in the city. The lift's ready for you. Try not to shift around, and keep back from the edge. It's a long way down.
This reminds me of a story.
Shocking.
It's about an impossibly handsome dwarf and his friend who got crowned King of the Nugs.
A Nug King, really?
It's not as good as it sounds. Nugs mostly just shit on the floor and roll in it. Welcome to the deep roads.
So, the deep roads. Do you think there'll be tight spaces? Long hallways with low ceilings?
Possibly. Why?
Just hoping my horns fit.
Is it me, or is this the slowest lift ever constructed?
It's better than climbing down.
I could do with some music. Something with a flute.
You want elevator music?
Harut, Magar, Nalfric, your names will not be forgotten.
You must be Shaper Volta.
A trust Valar, Inquisitor. The Shaper it welcomes you to the deep roads.
Why are you in the shadows?
You look as though you're hiding from something.
As a citizen of Orzammar, even a glimpse of your sky could cost me my position and render me castless.
Gotta love real dwarves.
Tell me about the Shaper.
What does a Shaper do exactly?
We chronicle the life and times of our people.
You're historians.
Also scholars and genealogists. Shapers preserve knowledge in the memories, an archive in Orzammar. We record memories in Lyrium to ensure they never fade. We must be meticulous in every detail.
How bad are the casualties?
How many dwarves have you lost?
More than we can count. The mining caste has suffered greatly. Our situation has worsened since we contacted Skyhold. The quakes collapsed this mine and shattered a seal, keeping the Darkspawn at bay. The Legion of the Dead hasn't been able to mend the broken seal, and we can't afford to lose any more lyrium.
I don't know about the Legion.
I've read about the Legion of the Dead. Dwarves who fight Darkspawn in service to Orzammar. They commit their lives to the cause and celebrate their own funerals before entering the deep roads.
No matter their sins in life, the Legion die noble deaths.
I call upon the Inquisition.
Orzammar deals with Darkspawn all the time. Why request the Inquisition's help?
The Legion isn't prepared for this level of disaster, and the Grey Wardens haven't answered our calls for aid.
They're busy at
Any
Weishaupt.
threat to the flow of lyrium requires immediate response. The Inquisition is the only force we can rely upon.
Are the mines that important?
What will happen if we lose more lyrium mines?
The surface needs lyrium for all sorts of magic. The Inquisition more than most, I understand. And Orzammar's economy relies on the lyrium trade. Without it, there will be chaos above and below.
We're happy to help.
The Inquisition stands ready to aid Orzammar. Without a steady lyrium supply, things on the surface will get even worse.
Well, shit.
Apologies for pushing you. I fear the
No
damage
worries.
that tremor caused. Follow me to the Legion camp.
You have my permission to push me out of the way of a falling rock. Standing orders.
Keep your eyes open. These roads are dangerous.
No shit.
An ogre!
Oh shit!
The deep roads.
Right now!
the time to attack!
Well, that was annoying. All right.
I will never get used to the stench of Darkspawn. They corrupt everything, even the air.
That's not good.
That's the broken seal ahead. It is worse than I thought.
Get those charges to the tunnels!
The fuck is that thing?
Someone prime the sonic fuses!
It looks like we're on.
We can't lose this position.
Those are gen lock. Oh yeah, that's right.
Set the charges with those bastards breathing down our necks!
Clear out the Darkspawn!
Keep it up!
Activate the Larian charges.
Now, set the charges!
2. And then run like a motherfucker! Demolish an Inquisition camp. Here we go. Hello, Floof. Welcome to Strim. We're in the deep roads.
Inquisitor, meet Lieutenant Wren, a veteran of the 5th Blight and one of the Legion's finest commanders.
Someone paid her to say that.
Really?
Appreciate the help, Inquisitor. Collapsing that seal bought us time. Blighters had the run of these tunnels for days. Now they have a roadblock.
We worked together long?
I get the impression you two have known each other a while.
Yeah. The Shaper had sent her to dig up some relics. Asked me to keep her out of trouble. That was 3 years ago.
You can quit any time.
Not when we still have things to fight about.
Tell me about the deep roads.
How many deep roads are there? How deep do they go?
They'll take you from one side of Thedas to the other, if you have a death wish.
The roads once connected dwarven cities that were hundreds of miles apart. Then came the Darkspawn. Ren and I have been exploring this region, reclaiming it, but the work is slow.
Mark the map, fight an army. Mark the map, fall in a hole. And so on.
Well, your soldiers are impressive.
For such a small group, your people have held up well.
The Quakes took a lot of us. Reinforcements will be slow to arrive.
Yeah, let's go underground while there's earthquakes going on. Sounds like a great plan.
You heard that, yes? The rhythm in the tremors? It's clearer, stronger, more insistent.
I hear it. Doesn't prove a thing.
These quakes are not a natural disaster. They're deliberate. There's an intelligence behind them.
How can you know that?
How could an earthquake be caused deliberately?
We get plenty of natural tremors down here. These are different. She thinks she knows why.
I found an ancient text during an expedition with Ren last year. At the time, it was just a curiosity. But now... the text describes giant creatures, called Titans, living deep underground. They sing in the stone, shaping it. When these quakes began, I believe we heard that rhythm. I believe a Titan is causing all this destruction.
Oh, great. Strange singing is never good.
I've never heard of Titans before. What else can you tell me about them? The text I found predated the First Blight. Its pages had mostly rotted away. And there's no mention of the Titans in Orzamar's memories.
Which tells you something.
What do you mean by the stone?
You speak of the stone like it's more than walls. The stone is eternal. She was here before us, and remains after we die. But the stone isn't your god.
We don't worship her, but we do respect and honor her.
The stone makes us strong, and we return that strength to her when we die. It's difficult to express in words.
I don't hear a
All I heard
rhythm.
was an earthquake. How is it you and Ren hear a rhythm? Our people have a strong connection to the stone. We feel it in a way topsiders cannot.
Shapers have great stone sense, and Volta's better than most. She never gets lost.
Strange singing is never good.
Mysterious songs often lure people to their deaths, or to an archdemon. This rhythm isn't a song, exactly. It sounds like air flowing through lungs.
Air that can collapse a whole mine.
Dangerous, then. But a magic unique to the deep roads might be worth investigating.
He may be onto something.
In my experience, no explanation is too strange to consider.
For all we know, that text you found was a bedtime story. We can't be sure until we find the source.
The rhythm I sense in the quakes is emanating from somewhere far below. The stone will lead us there.
And if it comes to a fight, that'll be our job. There's a lift at the side passage nearby. Ready when you are.
Oh boy. Deep Roads Expedition Table. Use the table to complete unique Inquisition operations called expeditions. Found the area of the Deep Roads. Expeditions do not appear on the Ward table in Skycold. Alright. And nothing. Okay. Position forces built additional crafting tables. Requirement. Okay. Is there a merchant? Yes, there is. That. Alright, potions. Sad weapon. Sad splinters. Okay, Lyrium infused staff. Okay. Dawnstone. Dragonbone. Be a fire staff. Alright. Nice dragon. Let's go with Dragonbone. Dragon scales. Have our twill. Actually, I want that one. Willpower. Chance to masterwork. Let's do that. There we go.
The Legion is... honored by your presence, Inquisitor.
Alright, let's go ahead and take that lift.
Oh, you can clean it, right?
Here we go. Actually, wait. Once we get down there,
I hope we don't run
need
into
to.
an emissary.
Oh. Now we definitely will.
I take it emissaries are bad.
Most darkspawn are mindless killing machines, connected by the Blight. But emissaries are intelligent and use magic.
I forgot to put a rune on this thing. Oh well. Once we get to a camp, I can return to Skyhold. Put a rune on this thing.
Shrieks. It had to be shrieks.
I thought you'd be used to all kinds of darkspawn.
Everyone's got their favorites.
I'm partial to ogres. Great racks.
You know what I like about going down the deep roads and fighting darkspawn? It's simple. You go down, you kill them because they're trying to kill you. It's not like Orlais and their endless political machinations. The darkspawn don't give a shit. They just want to cause mayhem and destruction. So you go down, kill him to stop it. It's simple. I like simple. Barrel treasure.
This belonged to an exiled dwarf. He was experimenting with Aurelia. This door.
Gears.
There's something strange about it. Looks like our construction, but... It's missing gears. We have to find them. It's our only way through.
Oh boy. Emissaries look different. You like Darkspawn Arcane Horrors. go. Oh, am I supposed to put these in the right order?
That gear will fit the door. Keep an eye out for others.
Okay, well that worked. Oh, there's another gear.
This gear is warm to the touch. Strange.
I don't recognize that metal. But we should only need one more.
What's Rashfine doing down here? Deep Stalker! Looks like an office. Move puzzle piece. Oh no! You have got to be kidding me. This is a Tower of Hanoi. For fuck's sake. Builders Towers. Yep, there it is. Okay. Okay, well, let's see here. Okay. Purple is center. Yellow to right. Red to center. Okay. Purple to right. Purple to left.
addled mind would hide secrets behind such madness.
Superb ring of attack. Masterwork gilded Bianca grip. Dwarven statue and money. We're gonna leave the shield. Oh, I guess it wants me to collect all of them. Okay, fine.
Ren, I'm sorry about Bernat. You served with him a long time.
It's never easy to lose a member of your company.
It was quick. And Bernat returned to the stone with honor. We should all be so lucky.
It's all right to be upset.
I'm too old to be upset.
Who does his voice? Because I recognize it, but I can't place it. I gotta look it up. Position, cast. David Hayter. Okay. Floof was telling me about that. That Lieutenant Wren is Solid Snake. Hello, Starscream, Puncake. I've never had Puncake. Can you hear me? Pile the dumb emblem. Yes, I can. It's not dumb. Do I have all the gears? Well, let's try it. So I need one more. Where would the last one be? Okay.
Did that messenger who came through camp have any news about Orzammar? The food shortage.
More riots. There's unrest from Dust Town to the Diamond Quarters.
Can't have the Deep Lords going hungry.
I made sure your mother and brother are safe.
That wasn't necessary.
You're welcome.
Okay, so the first gear is actually near the door, but we might have to pull the lever. Alright. Oh, there it is.
We have enough of these odd gears. Let's head back to the door.
Alright. Pull the lever, Crunk!
It's open. Keep any gears we find. We may need more. And if we don't, I want to study them. Whatever they're made of wasn't mine down here.
Kaboom! Oh, there's a gear.
The rhythm in the tremors. It echoes through the stone. This way.
Crash fine. Another gear.
Another strange door. Who put these here? And why?
This one uses a different kind of gear from the others.
We don't have to open it. My stone sense leads the other way. Though I am curious to see the other side.
You always
Same
are.
here. Alright, so let's see here. Bloodstone. Fuck it.
That scar on your nose is new.
Yeah. Fell out of bed.
You sleep on the ground.
Surprised me too.
Revenant. Yeah, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Level 27, we are max level. Lyrium reinforced longbow. Interesting.
This Grey Warden had a map. Could be important.
Ferelden Tome. Oh great, Dorian's dead.
Dorian!
Get back up.
Kill Darkspawn like you've been doing it your whole life, Inquisitor.
He means that as a compliment.
You're famous, even down here. Is it true you killed a dragon?
I killed 11, actually. Yes, and it was glorious.
You haven't lived till you felt their wings pulling you in.
I can't even imagine. Tell me about their teeth. I've heard they don't all breathe fire, and their scales have different colors and patterns.
Careful, Ren. I believe you're drooling.
Both, feel free to jump in on this one. All right. Spiders! Another ogre. Shit. Where's Dorian? That was an intense fight. Do that, but leave that there. Yep. There's a gear. I would have thought to look there.
Look at that, man. Could this be Hedron?
Darkspawn all over it. You can see their torches.
Even Darkspawn appreciate a little mood lighting.
We're getting close to something.
Aye. The fight of our lives.
Investigate the corpses. How do I investigate the corpses? Or is it that the platform's technically not clear because there's a red dot on my radar? Which means the game is glitched. I think that's it. Okay, so we're going to save and then reload. God damn it. Here we go. Now let's see if we can activate. There we go. Damn
Nothing left of them. Can't even tell who they were.
I'm sorry, Ren.
You joined the Legion knowing you're already dead. You don't fear the killing blow. We rest in the stone and pass our strength back to her. That's our reward. But the Darkspawn defiled these soldiers. They can't return to the stone. They'd only weaken her.
There's nothing to be done. Well, that's a
We'll
vengeance.
make the Darkspawn pay for what they've done.
I've killed so many. But every time I stare into their black eyes, I know one day it won't be quick enough.
Stop it.
It's the truth, Volta. I'm going to die down here. I can only hope it won't be like this.
We'll burn the remains. Honor them with flame.
That's how humans and elves bury their dead. Because elves and humans have a connection to the Fade, therefore they can be possessed. Dwarves, on the other hand, do not have a connection to the Fade, so they can't be possessed, so they don't tend to burn their dead. Also, I got a PowerPoint. What do I want to spend my last PowerPoint on? Could do that. Excuse me. Let's do this. Okay, let's see here. Is there anything else we can do? Let's go ahead and fast travel back to our camp. Actually, we'll fast travel back to Skyhold. Because I need to access the Undercroft.
Inquisitor.
Undercroft. Actually, this might be a good time to end the stream pretty soon. Modify weapons. Less spirit damage, that could be good. Let's do Spirit Rune. Let's do Pharrell. There you go. All right. We'll go ahead and check the status of the war table. And I think that will be it for today. Alright, so Aiden Kirkwall, we got a shield for either Cassandra or Blackwall, aka Tom Rainier. So 15 minutes with that. Consequence of Blackwall's lie. So for not back, no apologies. What happened with Warrens gives us more authority than I reduce the treaties. Okay, so what should we do? So we can either return what was lost, or what was given to us under the treaties, or we say fuck it. The Wardens are part of the Inquisition now, so technically we don't owe you a damn thing. Which we did ally ourselves with the Wardens, so fuck it.
Inquisitor.
About the dance of the Dowager. What's that do again? The Allenade. Let's see here. Which will lead to this. Okay, well, interesting. We can get land in Orlais. That'd be nice. This is across the sea. I'll figure that out later. All right. Well, can't travel. Okay. Well, I think that will be it for today. Fire at the night second, yeah. Let's go ahead and Aqua weapons. Let's give him Hacken's honor. And that one's actually better. Okay. Cassandra. Is that Sarah? Dorian Blackwall. Cole. Vivian. And Solus. Let's give you staff charge. Very okay. That's it. All right. Well, tomorrow we will continue with the descent. Wednesday. Provided that I'm feeling up to streaming, we will be hopefully getting back to Mass Effect 2. Then Thursday, we'll be getting back to Dragon Age Awakening as we go into the Wending Wood to investigate what's happening to our convoys. Friday, we'll be exploring Eladon. In Mass Effect Andromeda. And next week, yeah, like I said, we will continue the descent. Thank you all for joining me, and I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Take care.